Noah Gragson has never been shy about his comments, his beliefs. He's a guy who, on the racetrack and outside of the racetrack, is the same guy. He's likable, he's personable, but he doesn't back down from anybody. And while appearing on the Dale Jr. Download, which I highly recommend everyone go and check out, him and Chase Briscoe, they took over the pod. And they were talking about how things have changed. And Noah Gragson said something that was very, very interesting that I feel like is flying under the radar, but could be a great, great opportunity for him. And I think I found the perfect landing spot for him should it work out the way that it does. If he's open to it, okay? So they were on there and they were talking about how he knows that in today's age of NASCAR, you can't settle things with your fist, okay? And he was talking about how you can't do that because you have to look at the monetary reasoning behind it, okay? And it all comes down to he knows that he's looking for a job next year. And Reddit exploded when this was posted. And I'll tell you why. Because we are in the middle of silly season. We are in a situation where drivers are trying to keep their current rides, find a new ride. Teams are trying to look for the next big breakout star or try to keep what they think can be a big time successful driver. And Noah Gragson is going to be out of a job. And if you look at the way that everything is playing out, I think there's really only one landing spot for him if he's willing to take a step back. There's two spots technically, but I think one makes the most sense. So you have a situation at Richard Childress Racing where we've lost Kyle Busch and Austin Hill is like 99.999% expected to fill that ride in 2027. He's been driving the number 33 this year. He will for the remainder of this year, and he's expected to drive that car next year. You have Jesse Love, who is also moving to a ride, but he's leaving RCR. Jesse Love going to the 21. So you have a situation where RCR is losing both of its Xfinity drivers. Their Xfinity program is what is really keeping them, afloat right now in terms of just like success, because their Cup program is horrific. Austin Dillon has been horrific for years, and Austin Hill is coming in there, and I don't see a lot of promise from him. So if you're Noah Gragson, I would go and I would say, okay, I'm going to reset my career. I'm going to take an opportunity and I'm going to go to RCR because I have a long-standing relationship with Bass Pro Sports, or Bass Pro Shops, excuse me. RCR does as well. They currently sponsor Austin Dillon. That's an exciting opportunity for me because he's not going to go and replace Austin Dillon. Austin Dillon is not going to retire next year, even though I think he should, because I think he'd be a better executive at RCR than he is a driver, but I digress. So if you're Noah Gragson, I think you could try to stay in the Cup Series and maybe find a ride, but I don't know how easy that's going to be. Or you could go and say, I'm going to hit the reset button on my career. I'm going to go back to the O'Reilly series, the Xfinity series, whichever you prefer. And I'm going to go in a top tier equipment. And I'm going to get in the 21 or I'm going to get in the 2 and I'm going to have sponsorship. And I'm going to go out there and kick somebody's ass every single week. And I'm going to tell you that I'm going to kick your ass. And then I'm going to kick your ass. And then I'm going to tell you that I'm kicking your ass while I'm kicking your ass. And it resets your career. And then in 2 or 3 years, maybe a year, then a pretty legitimate, or maybe not, but maybe a Cup ride comes available. Just hit the reset button. Because the moment that this kid left JRM and that he went to Stewart-Haas, it was over. He never stood a chance. Maybe he was ready at the time. Maybe he wasn't. Regardless, the equipment wasn't. And obviously that company went out of business. You look at Chase Briscoe. He struggled for years. Now he's in good equipment and he's performing very well. He's winning races. He's doing the damn thing. I would also not be opposed if Noah goes back to JRM. Junior Motorsports, in my opinion, is the premier racing team or organization in the O'Reilly series. You have an established relationship with them. They love you. You love them. Shouldn't have left where you did when you did to begin with. Come back, reset your career, and then you're off to the races. Now, the only problem with JRM is they have a loaded roster right now. Could you get rid of Sammy Smith? I guess, but he brings in that pilot money. Are you going to get rid of him? Is Pilot going to stay on without him? That's an issue. So while JRM may seem like the obvious, I don't think it's necessarily realistic. And I think RCR is a hell of a lot more interesting and a hell of a lot more opportunist than JRM. If you want opportunity, if you want a legit landing spot, if you want realistic expectations, if you want financial security, if you want successful security, RCR is where you go. Will he do that? That's a question, because we all love money and we all like to try to go and get the top tier money. And obviously there is a paid difference between Cup and O'Reilly series. But if I'm Noah, I think I'm going to go to Xfinity. I think I'm going to go to the O'Reilly series because it gives you an opportunity not only to reset your career, get success, get positivity around your name, and like, hey, this guy, credit to him. He took a step down. He's going to go out there. He's winning races. Maybe he wins him a title. He's a legitimate racer. We should give him another opportunity. And more importantly for him, it builds his confidence. Getting your ass kicked every week for years has taken a toll on this kid's confidence. And it's not like he's running top 10, top 15. He's running in the back. So if I'm Noah, I'm realistically thinking, okay, maybe I need to take a step back in order to take, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps forward and reset my career. Because at this stage, he has gone from a highly touted prospect to a guy that failed at Stewart-Haas, who has now failed in the number 4 car. That's a problem for reputation. Here's an opportunity for it. Let me know in the comments here below, where do you think he'll land? I'll see y'all